Oh, I was hoping I wouldn't see you quite so soon.
It looks like at least some of the miners survived this time.
Yes, well, the mercenaries did their jobs. Worth every septim. Of course, they might disagree. The dead ones, anyway.
Gods, what a disaster.
I feel like we've done this before, but that just means we're getting good at it. You go make the Draugr dead again, and I'll keep the rest of these Enoirs from running off. Well?
Ha! Here we go. You hear that?
That could have gone worse, I suppose.
We're in a dungeon filled with dead things that don't want to die. There's a chance that I could die in the next few hours. If I have one wish, well, two, actually. it will be that first, I get one more kiss from you, and second, that I don't turn into one of those fucking grave walking zombies. Come in, first. Yes! Great bloody job! Does help ease the pain.
It's Ralis' problem now.
Well?
All the Draugr are dead.
Good. I'm glad I can count on you, at least. I think we're almost to the bottom of the barrow, but it's going to be everything I can do to find more miners. We've developed quite the reputation. But for enough gold, I can do it. Just barely.
How much?
5,000.
You want 5,000 septims?
I know you could almost buy a house for that much, but like I said, we've got quite the reputation out here. And coin is the only counterweight for a bad reputation. Have you got the money?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Good, good. This time I'll spring for some more experienced muscle. That should do the trick.
Those soldiers weren't worth much.
I'll just be back here enjoying the view.
Against what is controlling. We must leave this place. Isra, can you hear me?
Here do we toil.
You must leave this place.
that we might remember.
Oscar,
By night,
please,
we
you must
reclaim.
listen to me. Isra, I'm here to help you. You must leave this place.
You there. What brings you to this place? Why are you here?
Who are you?
I am Freya of the Skaal. I am here to either save my people or avenge them.
Far from ourselves.
Save them from what?
I am unsure. Something has taken control of most of the people of Solstheim. It makes them forget themselves and work on these horrible creations that corrupt the stones, the very land itself.
Our eyes once
My father, Storn, our shaman, says Mirak has returned to Solstheim, but that is impossible.
This Mirak tried to have me killed.
Then you and I both have reason to see what lies beneath us. Let us go. There is nothing more I can do here. The tree stone and my friends are beyond my help for now. We need to find a way into the temple below.
What do you know about Mirak?
His story is as old as Solstheim itself. He served the dragons before their fall from power, as most did. A priest in their order. But unlike most, he turned against them. He made his own path, and his actions cost him dearly. The stories say he sought to claim Solstheim for himself, and the dragons destroyed him for it.
What is the tree stone?
It is an ancient stone of power, a connection to the Allmaker. It represents one of the aspects of nature, a part of the Allmaker's creation. There are other stones around Solstheim. I fear for what has happened to them.
Tell me of your people, the Skaal.
We have lived on Solstheim for many generations. Our people are tied to the land itself. We try to serve the Allmaker, to live in balance with nature, instead of exploiting it, as others would.
You're here by yourself?
There are few of us left unaffected by this
that
curse.
they have forgotten.
My father, Storm, the shaman, protects them in the village. I fashioned an amulet to guard me against whatever has taken hold of the Skaal, but it is the only one of its kind. If I cannot find a way to save them, there is no hope for our people.
There it is again, that fucking smile. I'll never get enough of it.
Here we reclaim.
Who does this Mirak person think he is anyway?
Are you ready to help me now? We should not delay. We should check these rooms for supplies before heading further into the temple.
I hope this is the last time you have to give this guy money.
Take your time. I shall follow you when you are ready.
Find that!
We must be careful in these ruins. Traps can be anywhere, and there will likely be many. Mirak was trying to take power here, and protect himself in the process. I do not wish to imagine the kinds of things that happened in this chamber. Who are the poor souls trapped in these cages? What tortures did they suffer at Mirak's hands? Was it in service to the dragons, or for his own purposes? Look up there. I think I see something. The stairs are knocked out. I have no doubt you can find a way up. You never know. You may find something of value up there. I shall look around. We can proceed when you are ready.
Find them!
What was that? I thought I saw. No, surely not. Thank you for your protection, Allmaker. I am sorry, but you left me with no choice. not going down there. It would be foolish to attempt. You have a much better chance than I to make it through these traps. I have no doubt that... lever turns these blades. I shall wait here for now.
Hold now!
Mirak took great pains to make it difficult to reach him, it seems. Let us hope that is the last of these traps. I do not know what it is Mirak learned that gave him reason to turn on his masters, but his path seems to have been a road. I wonder if he will find some answers to what happened to him.
This feels good. Much better, thank you.
Interesting. This may be worth exploring.
Do that.
How much deeper can this be? I had been told that Mirak's power was great, but to have built so large a temple, it cannot be much farther now. I feel it in my bones. I had heard Mirak had turned against the dragon cult, but to display the remains in such a manner as this... Something feels wrong. Brace yourself! Is someone there?
Come on! Fuck! You're not gonna like how this ends.
I do not.
Oh, my God.
I knew it! A secret passage in the dining area just opened up. This must be it. Let us move quickly. I wonder if there is something here that tells the story of Mira. Nothing but ruined books.
All these dead bodies make for poor company.
I did not recognize this statuary. We passed by a few of them earlier, but they are becoming more frequent as we get further in. I do not like this place. It almost looks as if these statues will come... It is eerily quiet. I do not suspect that will be the case the further we go. Be on your guard. There are dark magics at work here. Ready yourself.
Black Book, Waking Dreams.
This book. It seems wrong somehow. Here.
The time comes soon when... What? Who are you to dare set foot here? Ah. You are Dragonborn. I can feel it. And yet... You have defeated dragons, yes. But still... You have no idea of the true power a Dragonborn can wield. This realm is beyond you. You have no power here. And it is only a matter of time before Solstheim is also mine. I already control the minds of its people. Soon they will finish building my temple, and I can return home. Send her back where she came from. She can await my arrival with the rest of Tamriel.
Damn it! Screw you!
What happened to you? You read the book and then... It seemed as though you were not really here. I could see you, but also see through you.
I'm not really sure. I saw Mirak on a dragon.
Where? Where is he? Can we reach him? Can we kill him?
Somehow reading this book took me to where he was.
This is a dangerous thing, then. We should return to my village and show this to my father. Perhaps Storn can make sense of what is going on. Come, there looks to be a way out through here. You see that green light? That comes from the Windstone, where my people work against their will. They must be freed soon.
I can see you shiver from here, love. Stay close. I'll keep you warm.
The village is just ahead. Storn has used his magic to raise a barrier around it, protecting the few of us left. That the barrier is still there is a good sign. Father, I have returned. There is yet hope.
Freya, what news do you bring?
Is there a way to free our people?
No, but I have brought someone who has seen things. She has confirmed that Mirak is the one behind the suffering of our people.
I feared that it would be so.
But how is that possible? After all this time?
I fear there is too much we do not yet know.
Please, tell Stone what has happened.
So you have seen things, yes? My magic grows weak, and so does the barrier around our village. Time is short. Tell me what you know.
I've seen Mirak.
Really? How?
I read a book in Mirak's temple and went somewhere. Mirak was there.
The legends speak of that place. Terrible battles fought at the temple. The dragons burning it to the ground in rage. They speak also of something worse than dragons buried within. Difficult to imagine, but if true, it means what I feared has come to pass. Mirak was never truly gone, and now has returned. If you could go to this place and see him, are you like Mirak? Are you Dragonborn?
I am indeed Dragonborn.
Then perhaps you are connected with him. The old tales say that he too was Dragonborn.
What does it mean if we're both Dragonborn?
I am unsure. It may mean that you could save us, or it may mean that you could bring about our destruction. But our time here is running out. The few of us left free of control cannot protect ourselves for much longer. You must go to Saring's Watch. Learn there the word that Mirak learned long ago, and use that knowledge on the Windstone. You may be able to break the hold on our people there, and free them from control. Allmaker, shelter you.
This is both fascinating and terrifying. What happened?
A fever must have taken me. What else could explain this? A fever must have taken me. What else could explain this?
My legs are aching from all this running. Can we just walk for a bit?
The air is different. We are safe, which means you have succeeded.
Your people are free.
So it is. You have proven yourself an ally to the Skaal, and so the Skaal shall be allies to you.
What do we do now?
If you have released the Windstone and broken the hold on my people, perhaps you can do the same for the rest of Solstheim. I doubt it will fully stop whatever Miraak is doing, but it may slow his progress.
That's not enough. I need to stop Miraak now.
I cannot help with that. None here can. You will need the knowledge Miraak himself learned. You will need to learn more about this Black Book. Miraak had this? This does not look like something of the dragon cult. It is a dark thing, unnatural. I would have nothing to do with it. But the dark elf wizard Neloth. He came to us some time ago, asking about black books. I believe he knows a great deal about them. Perhaps too much. Seek him out to the south. Be cautious, Dragonborn. There is something else at work here.
What do you know about these black books?
Our traditions do not speak of them, but they and Miraak are connected. You read a black book and saw him. And the book's power comes from the same dark source as that which corrupted the Windstone. But beware, you are now walking the same road as Miraak.
Why do you think this Neloth can help me find black books?
He also is searching for them. In fact, he has already found one. He showed it to me when he came here. It was very like the one you found in Miraak's temple. A thing of dark magic, not of the All-Maker.
What happened when I shouted at the Windstone?
The power of the stone had been corrupted. It was the source of the influence that had taken control of the Skaal. Your shout broke whatever evil will controlled the stone, and restored its true nature as a conduit of the All-Maker's gifts. Freeing the other stones will diminish whatever dark influence is spreading across Solstheim.
Other stones?
Yes. There are 6 sacred stones. Wind, water, earth, beast, sun, and tree. Through them, the oneness of the land is maintained. Freya saw that the tree stone now stands imprisoned in Miraak's new temple. I doubt that you can free it until his power is broken. But you may be able to cleanse the other stones. Even if this does not stop Miraak, it surely will delay his return.
Who or what is the All-Maker?
You are an outsider, and I don't know if I can make you understand. I will try. The All-Maker is the maker of all things, and it is from the All-Maker that life flows like a great river. As all rivers must return to the sea, so all life returns in time to the All-Maker. I know our ways must seem strange to you, but the 9 gods of the Empire are equally strange to us.
What is your role among the Skaal?
As shaman of Skaal village, I serve as both a guide and a healer, as well as a keeper of traditions. I also remind the Skaal to live as one with nature, and to honor the will of the All-Maker, so that we will be worthy to join him in death. May darkness never touch you.
For me, it's good that our people are now free. We can attempt to restore balance to our home.
Where is your mother?
She died when I was very young. She was caught in a terrible snowstorm while returning home from gathering firewood. You must understand that for the Skaal, life is a constant hardship. We take nothing for granted. We cannot afford to. Between the wolves, the weather, and the threats in the south, even a simple task like gathering wood for the fire can turn deadly in an instant.
Then why stay here? Why not live somewhere safer?
We are bound to this land, like a great pine with roots that run as deep as the tree is tall. I know it must seem strange to you, but for us, the thought of leaving our village is equally strange. The land and the Skaal are one. There is no other way to say it.
For a shaman, you fight pretty well. Who trained you?
It was Skaal the giant, our former chieftain, who taught me the ways of battle. He was a great bear of a man, and a fearsome warrior. I used to be terrified of him when I was a little girl. I was a restless and angry child, and Skaal taught me swordplay, so that I could, as he used to say, put that fire to good use. He was a great man, and a good leader. I miss him dearly. Allmaker guide you.
The weapons of the Skaal will never be dull, as long as Baldur Ironshaper tends the forge. See ya.
May the Allmaker protect us from whatever dark power took control of the Skaal. You freed us from the dark dream, and for that, the Skaal are grateful.
Have the dragons made life more difficult for the Skaal?
Well, the dragons are a constant danger, but so far they have taken little interest in our village. Thank the Allmaker for that. But have they forced us to change the way we live our lives? No, not at all. They are but one more hardship, added to the many we already endure.
What did you do in Skyrim before you came back here?
Well, my mother used to say that I was born an angry child. It's true that my heart has always been restless, and fighting was the only way I could find peace. I was a soldier for a time, and then a mercenary, but I was never truly happy until I came here. Until next time.
We're nearly out of coal.
I came here to study the history of Solstheim, but it's the Skaal who intrigue me the most.
But I think that Edla will be hurt.
How long have you been studying the Skaal?
Well, let me think. I suppose it's been nearly a year now. My goodness, how the time has flown.
And the Skaal don't mind being studied?
Well, not so far. They think I'm a bit strange, but they seem to tolerate me. In fact, they've been very accommodating, hospitable even. They seem happy to talk about their traditions and history.
Take care now.
You won't win.
Far from ourselves.
The truth!
Well, another maggot squashed beneath my boot. By these stairs, you won't leave here alive!
What a waste.
This should be good. I'm getting out of here. Damn shame. When the tide goes, we'll go with it. We're already late. Not sure why we decided to take such an extended short time.
It takes a strong will to command.
Someone do something!
Perhaps you aren't as powerful as you think. One step closer to my return.
Huh? I've got some fight. Think we've got to get back to our ship now.
He grows ever nearer. Go!
Watch your back.
They're saying that the dragons have returned, as if we didn't have enough to worry about already.
Help! Help me! Please, take this. You must keep it safe. Away from...
Is someone there?
I will separate your fucking head from your shoulders faster than you can blink!
I'll see you here. You're another one. You haven't done much.
I'll let you live.
Another corpse for the pile.
Death does not diminish.
What? Ever seen a Redoran guard before?
Bad.
Obey our laws, or suffer the consequences.
You didn't have to do that.
Fucking come on then!
Damn fucking crash!
Hell yeah!
I get shit scared when you're in a fight, or I find it a bit thrilling to watch. You know what I mean? Bit of balls, methinks.
There's just no...
Our eyes once were blinded.
Good enough.
What happened? Sarah?
Poor Verona. That's a nasty one.
Have you found Verona yet? I could really use some tea.
Verona is dead.
Dead? Well, that's annoying. How did she die?
It looks like an ash spawn attack.
There are more and more of those things showing up around here lately. Oh, I suppose you'll have to find me a new steward. Try Raven Rock. They are in awe of me there. I'm sure almost anyone would be willing to serve me.
What kind of a person should I look for?
Excellent question. Once word gets out, there will be a lot of people to choose from. Someone with a brilliant mind and a robust physique that is blindly obedient would be ideal. Oh, and they need to know how to brew tea. Wolves always waters it down.
I hear you know where to find black books.
You refer to the tomes of esoteric knowledge that old Hermaeus Mora has scattered throughout the world? Is this somehow connected to your search for Mirac?
I found a black book. I need to find more.
Found one? Yes. And you read it too, didn't you? Don't try to deny it. You've got the look. I can see it now. Dangerous knowledge is still knowledge and therefore useful. Usually turns out to be the most useful, in my experience.
I have to know what Mirac knows if I want to stop him.
Now that is a dangerous path indeed. Hermaeus Mora gives nothing away for free. You may end up like Mirac, of course. Too power-mad Dragonborn. It could be very interesting.
Do you know where I can find another black book?
Oh yes. They're not hard to locate once you know how to look for them. I have one here that I've been using to locate more.
You have a black book?
Yes, I haven't been idle while this fascinating madness engulfed Solstheim.
But my book isn't what you're looking for. I'm quite sure it is unconnected with this Mirac. But I do know where to find a black book that can help you.
So you know where to find this black book? The one connected with Mirac?
Yes, I do. I haven't been able to get it, though. But maybe together we can unlock the secrets the Dwemer left behind.
The Dwemer? What do they have to do with this?
Forbidden knowledge was somewhat of a specialty of the dwarves, eh? You don't think they would just leave it alone, do you? It seems the ancient Dwemer discovered this book and took it to study. I found their reading room in the ruins of Nachardak. The book is there, but it's sealed in a protective case, which I wasn't able to open. But perhaps the two of us together will be able to get at the book. To Nachardak, then. Follow me. I hope this is important.
What are these black books? Where do they come from?
Hermaeus Mora has always tried to seduce mortals into his service with the lore of forbidden knowledge. Where the black books actually came from, no one really knows. Some appear to have been written far in the past. Others might be from the future. Apparently, time is more malleable if you're the Daedric Prince of Fate and Destiny.
Where are we headed?
Nachardak, an ancient Dwemer city on the eastern side of Solstheim. It's largely flooded now, but luckily the main library is still above the water. It seems the dwarves were as interested in the black books as we are. They seem to have believed this one to be particularly valuable, as it is secured in a mechanism which I have been unable to open yet.
Who is Hermaeus Mora?
If you have to ask that, you'd probably be best leaving his books to wiser heads than yours. Like all Daedric princes, he's not to be trifled with, but he is subtler than most of his ilk, appropriate for the Prince of Knowledge and Fate. Many scholars and lore masters have been ensnared by the lure of learning the secrets that only Hermaeus Mora possesses. But don't worry, I have no intention of joining them in their endless search through the infinite halls of Apocrypha.
You think someone is out to get you?
I don't know, but I mean to find out. I still have some research to do before I'll know anything for certain.
I have the ash sample.
Well done. Here are some septums for your troubles. If you come back in a day or two, I should have the spell worked out. You can buy it from Talvis.
What can you tell me about Morrowind?
The ignorant think it is only a place of ash and lava. It has rolling green plains and swamps and verdant hills, too. Let's be on our way, then.
Stand aside, Outlander.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
What do you need?
Working on those standing stones feels like a bad dream. I'm glad you woke us from it.
Do you want to be the new steward of Tel Mithryn?
You mean leave Ravenrock? For good? To go work for a crazed Telvanni wizard? Sure. Just let me get me things. On second thought, never mind. I can get new stuff.
You seem awfully eager.
Well, I've never been one to pass up an opportunity. Sorry to run, but I'm off to my new job. Azura's wisdom to you, friend.
Adral Arano said you might be able to help me.
Well, well, Adral's got himself a spy, does he? Azura knows he needs all the help he can get. He's been chasing the Ulins for years now.
You think he's mistaken?
No. I just think he's going about this the wrong way.
You have a better idea?
Actually, I do. If you want to catch those slippery slaughterfish, you need to let them come to you.
How do I get them to do that?
There's an Ulin ancestral tomb near the temple. Someone's been leaving ash yam offerings on the altar inside. If you were to wait inside for whomever that is, I'm betting they'll have some of the answers you're looking for.
Why haven't you told Adral about this?
What makes you think I haven't? Anytime Adral and the Redarin Guard made a move, the Ulins must have been one step ahead and didn't show up.
Thanks for the tip.
You can thank me if it works. Until then, I'd head to the tomb and wait until your visitor shows up.
Why did Councillor Morvain execute an Ulin?
Back in 95, Vila Ulin came to Ravenrock with a plan to take over our town. The Fetcher thought he could stir up the locals and use them against the Redarin Guard, and then murder Councillor Morvain when we weren't looking.
Vila did this alone?
He arrived alone, but spread enough coin around to start changing people's minds. Half the bloody town joined his side. Can you believe that?
How did Vila get caught?
He underestimated the Redarin Guard. They were organized and brought a swift end to the coup. Vila tried to run, but he was caught by Captain Veleth himself. Vila Ulin was executed a short time later, and his remains placed in the Ulin ancestral tomb.
Why do Dunmer leave ashyams in their tombs?
When a Dunmer is laid to rest, the body is burned and returned to the ashen soil. Since the ashyam is born of the very same soil, it represents rebirth and renewal, the fact that life ends and begins anew.
How are things now that the mines are open again?
How do you think? It's a blessing. I've got regular paying customers again, thirsty workers at the end of the day, and more coin than I can count.
Heard any rumours lately?
Nothing specific, but I'm hearing rumblings of assassins living amongst us. I think they intend to target Councillor Morvain, but I can't be certain.
Heard any rumours lately?
The blacksmith up at Skaal village seems to have gone missing, and they've asked us to keep an eye out. Come back any time. My doors are always open. You think you have it bad? Try walking the bulwark at night.
I hope Geld has proved useful. Have you made any progress?
I suspect Tilisu Severin is the culprit.
Tilisu? Are you sure?
I saw her in the Ulan tomb.
So Geldus's plan worked, eh? Every time we tried it, no one would ever show up. If Telisu's involved in any sort of plot to harm Councillor Morvain, I'm going to need hard evidence to prove it.
So go search their house.
I'm not kicking down anyone's door until I have solid evidence in hand. If you're wrong about Telisu, things would quickly go downhill around here, and the real culprits might slip away. I can't afford for that to happen.
What if they try to stop me?
If you have evidence, and it places your life in peril, I would expect you to do whatever you must to keep yourself alive. Here, this key should open the front door of the manor in case they've locked it. Good luck.
Can you tell me more about the Severin family?
Telisu is wife to the family patriarch Vendel. They have a single child, a daughter named Miri. They arrived here 10 years ago and have been nothing but a benefit to Raven Rock ever since.
A benefit? How?
They're quite wealthy, and they've been quite generous by sharing their fortune with the community. They've contributed coin, food, supplies, even helped repair a few of the buildings in town with their own hands.
Nothing unusual about them at all?
People have mentioned it's a bit odd about how close in age Mary appears to be to her father, but that's hardly a cause for alarm. Just make sure you find solid evidence. If I accuse them without it, I'll be the laughing stock of the colony.
How are things now that the mines are open again?
You might think it's all perfume and roses now that the mine's open, but all I see is a new security problem on our hands. Making sure those shipments of ebony make it safely from the mine to the shipping docks is my new order of the day. And with Solstheim crawling with reavers and Azora knows what else, I can't risk any attacks on Raven Rock.
Why do the Ulans have a tomb in Raven Rock?
Villa Ulan wasn't the first Ulan to live in Raven Rock. His father, Valen Ulan, was one of the first Dunmer to settle here. Unlike his son, Villa, Valen was a good man. He contributed to the community and was quite respected. When Valen died, his family provided the funds to construct the tomb.
But you told me House Hlalu was disliked.
The Ulan family being a part of House Hlalu didn't matter. It's Dunmer's tradition for the ashes of the deceased to be placed in an ancestral tomb. Valen Ulan and his son's remains were both laid to rest there because that's what he'd requested. Be careful. If the Severins have betrayed us, then they'll be well armed.
If you're looking for the East Empire Company, they've been gone. There's nothing beyond the bulwark except wild nords and ash wastes.
I find Master Neloth a rather interesting bloke. Eccentric, aye, but he's a powerful wizard. How are you? Are you feeling okay?
Any thoughts?
It's reassuring to know I have someone so skilled in the art of healing. I'll be your shield, if you'll mend my scratches.
I'm here if you need me.
I was wrong. There is someone crazy enough to take this job.
You're a bit pale. Need a drink? Come on, take a few sips from me, my love.
Ah, this is a turn of events. Be careful inside that manor. Who knows what or who's in
Hmm? Hmm?
I am your sword and your shield.
I'm here to collect the plantation's profits.
Very good, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
You look starving, love. Let's stop and eat.
Take this and hold on to it. I'll be back for it later. I'll pay you good. Don't lose it.
Slow down, explain yourself.
No time to talk. Snitch or double-cross me and I'll kill you. I mean it.
Did you see someone run past just now? Yes. How did you get this? Never mind. Here. It's not much, but it's something. I'm going to track down that thief and murder him. Is someone there? Time to end this little game.
Blood-stained letter. The hope of the Empire and that of Mundus itself lies, in part, in your hands, good Baron. I fear that even now our enemies prime their machinations against us, but these shards cannot fall into their hands. Reforming the Khan el-Adabal is of the utmost importance if the rumors are true. Guard this shard well, and may Akatosh protect you. Guardian Theros. List of rainy weather fish. I've hit a string of bad luck. No matter how hard I try, the fish do not bite. My memory fails me like a goldfish. The whole thing is bad for business. Of course, there's a logical explanation for all of it. I've lost my lucky fishing hat. I once had a priestess of Kinnereth bless it for good fortune. You may not believe it, but I swear that it rains whenever I go fishing while I'm wearing it. It's true. Oh, how I miss it. The rain did wonders for my scales. A high wind blew it off my head and into the water on my last fishing trip just west of Serethi Farm. Perhaps you could find it? Speaking of rain, the fish for your next challenge are only found on a rainy day. Catfish, pearlfish, pygmy sunfish, spadefish. The second volume of Fishing Mastery has details on these peculiar fish. Good luck. I can't wait for these wonderful fish and for my hat to return to its rightful place on the top of my head. Ghost Stories of Tamriel, Volume 2. The Painter, by Galatea Olivier. There lived a painter who owned a magic brush that could bring whatever it painted to life. The painter would create worlds within his canvases, fill them with beautiful creatures, and dive into his canvases to explore them. A black cat lived in the painter's house. It was a wretched, mean thing that would tear at furniture, capture birds, and torture mice. Try as he might, he could not get rid of the cat. It followed him from room to room, always watching with its crimson gaze, snarling and hissing. The painter was a kind man, and he could not bring himself to kill the cat. He decided one day to create a special painting, a forest of shadows to explore, and lure the cat into the painting, trapping it there. Satisfied the cat would be happy in its new home, the painter went to bed. When he woke the next morning, he found the canvases had changed. The little birds he'd drawn had their wings ripped off and their necks broken. The mice were torn open and bleeding. Furious and heartbroken, the painter took a knife to the canvas he'd drawn the cat into and shredded it to pieces. But the cat appeared in another painting, staring with crimson eyes. Canvas after canvas the painter hacked apart, trying to cut those staring eyes out of the cat. Finally, seeing his life's work destroyed, the painter understood what he'd done, and that there was no escaping the cat's crimson gaze. So he cut out his own eyes, never having to look upon the cat again. "36 Lessons of Vivek, Sermon 21. The scripture of the wheel first. The spokes are the 8 components of chaos, as yet solidified by the law of time. Static change, if you will, something the lizard gods refer to as the striking. That is the reptile wheel, coiled potential, ever preamble to the never action. Second, they are the lint bones to the Aedra, the 8 gift limbs to Sithisit. The wet earth of the new star, our home. Outside them is the Orbis, and not within. Like most things inexplicable, it is a circle. Circles are confused serpents, striking and never given leave to bite. The Aedra would have you believe different, but they were givers before liars. Liars have turned them into biters. Their teeth are the proselytizers. To convert is to place oneself in the mouth of falsehood. Even to propitiate is to be swallowed. Third, the enlightened are those uneaten by the world. Fourth, the spaces between the gift limbs number 16, the signal shapes of the demon princedoms. It is the key and the lock, Ceres and Manticore. Fifth, look at the majesty sideways and all you see is the tower, which our ancestors made idols from. Look at its center and all you see is the begotten whole, second serpent, womb ready for the right reaching, exact and without enchantment. Sixth, the heart of the second serpent holds the secret triangular gate. Seventh, look at the secret triangular gate sideways and you see the secret tower. Eighth, the secret tower within the tower is the shape of the only name of God, I. The ending of the words is CV.
The Journal of Ralis Sideris, Volume 22, by Ralis Sideris. If it weren't for the comfort brought by my invisible friend, I would have fled this place long ago. I wish I had realized earlier that it was not a group, but a master who contains multitudes. He's guided me into a true understanding of the Barrow, and I greatly desire to meet with him. My insight into this place is now so intuitive, so fundamental, that I almost feel as if I built it myself. I explained to the workers how to use the tile set, but they seemed too afraid or uncoordinated to properly step on each tile quickly enough. No problems. Nothing that the master cannot solve. We will be able to converse properly soon enough.
After the supposed theft of an Elder Scroll from our Imperial Library, I endeavored to find any sort of index or catalogue of the scrolls in our possession, so that such situations may be avoided, or at least properly verified, in the future. To my dismay, I discovered that the Moth Priests are notoriously inexact when it comes to the actual physical manifestations of the scrolls, and had no idea how many they held or how they were organized. Merely asking the question evoked chuckles as if a child was asking why dogs cannot talk. I will confess, my jealousy of the ones who can read the scrolls grows, but I am not yet willing to sacrifice my sight to alleged knowledge. The older Moth Priests I attempt to engage in conversation seem as batty as any other elder who's lost their mind, so I fail to see what wisdom is imparted from the reading. In any case, I set out to create my own index of the Elder Scrolls, in cooperation with the monks. Day by day, we went through the tower halls, with them telling me the general nature of each Elder Scroll so that I might record its location, always careful never to glimpse the writings myself. I had only their word to go on. I meticulously drew out a map of the chambers, where scrolls relating to various specific prophecies were located, where particular periods of history were housed. In all, it took nearly a year of plodding, but at last I had rough notes on the entirety of the library to begin my collation. It was here that things began to go amiss. In studying my notes, I found many areas of overlap and outright contradiction. In some cases, different monks would claim the same scroll to be at opposite ends of the tower. I knew they have no taste for jesting, or else I would suspect I was being made the fool in some game of theirs. I spoke to one of the older monks to allate my concerns, and he hung his head in sorrow for my wasted time. "Did I not tell you," he coughed, "when you started this, that all efforts would be futile? The scrolls do not exist in countable form. I thought you meant there were too many to be counted. There are, but that is not the least of their complexities. Turn to the repository behind you and tell me how many scrolls are locked therein." I ran my fingers over the metal casings, tallying each rounded edge that they encountered. I turned back. 14, I said. "Hand me the 8th one," he said, reaching out his hand. I guided the cylinder into his palm, and he gave a slight nod to acknowledge it. "Now count again." Humoring him, I again passed my hands over the scrolls, but could not believe what I was feeling. Now there are 18, I gasped. The old monk chuckled, his cheeks pushing up his blindfold until it folded over itself. "And in fact," he said, "there always were." It was then that I enrolled as the oldest novice ever accepted into the cult of the ancestor moth.
Children of the Allmaker, by Tharstan of Solitude, an outsider's accounting of the Skaal. If the title of this text rings familiar, then perhaps you, like me, have had the great pleasure to become acquainted with a most remarkable people, the Skaal of Solstheim. Upon first meeting these gentle wild folk, I was immediately impressed with their great hospitality. They welcomed me into their homes, one and all, without the slightest hint of suspicion or uncertainty. Trust, it seems, comes readily to the Skaal. In appearance, the Skaal are clearly of Nord ancestry. However, they are culturally distinct in several significant ways, the most notable of which is their faith. Having never adopted the pantheon of the Empire, the Skaal recognize only a single deity, whom they call the Allmaker. For the Skaal, the Allmaker is the source of all life in creation. When a creature dies, its spirit returns to the Allmaker, who shapes it into something new and returns it to Mundus. The concept of death as an ending to life is unknown to the Skaal. Rather, death is seen as simply the beginning of the next stage of an endless journey. This great respect for life is evident in one of the most important Skaal beliefs, a concept the villagers call oneness with the land. The Skaal try to live in harmony with their surroundings, making as small an impact on their environment as possible. When a Skaal villager sets out to collect firewood, for example, he or she takes it from fallen, dead trees. When the Skaal hunt, it is only out of necessity and not for sport. Because they hold all life in great reverence, the Skaal people will resort to violence only as a last resort. This has, understandably, led to a rather austere lifestyle for these simple, good-natured folk. For the Skaal, the word luxury is nearly an alien concept, though I was intrigued to note that one villager, Edla, had taken to trading basic goods with travelers who passed through the village in exchange for small luxury items. Such an enterprising outlook is something of a novelty for the Skaal. Though it saddens me to conclude this account on such a somber note, it is impossible to deny the hard truth that the Skaal people are dwindling. In a century or two, it is possible that their unique way of life will be lost to the world forever, reduced to little more than a footnote in the great epoch of history. This comes as little surprise, given the immense hardships of a life lived in such an extreme environment. For the Skaal, it is a daily struggle to survive the perpetual wintry climate of northern Solstheim, but other challenges have recently appeared. The ashfall from Vardenfell has taken its toll on the plants and animals upon which the Skaal depend for their survival, and life is now a struggle for all who call Solstheim home. Therefore, I humbly beseech any students of history who might encounter this modest text to travel to Solstheim and learn all that can be learned of this noble people and their ancient customs. The Skaal people might not be long for this world, but let us assure that their proud and noble legacy lasts well into the future.
Great Harbingers by Swike the Longsight, chronicle of some of the leaders of the Companions. This history is recorded by Swike the Longsight of the Circle of Jorvaskr in the Third Era. While I am not gifted with a sharp gift of words, I have learned the stories of the Companions before me, and set to record them that they might not be lost when I am. Hereafter is the list of notable Harbingers of the Companions, those who lead us through the darkness to glories in Sovngarde. Notes on the Harbinger. The Companions have never had a true leader since Ysgramor. None have been mighty enough to corral the great hearts that beat within Jorvaskr. While others like mages and thieves need the blessings of their hierarchy to know how to dress, we Companions are capable of leading our own destinies to glory. The Harbinger advises, resolves disputes, and helps to clarify when questions arise of the nature of honor. In the thousands of years the Companions have held at Jorvaskr, there have been Harbingers both terrible and brilliant, those known for their arm, those for their hearts, and those for their minds. Here are listed some of the most gloried Harbingers who inspire song and deed. Ysgramor, the first Harbinger, the first man, the bringer of words, and the one who first bound the Companions to honor in that far-off land of long ago. Better people have written of him, so I will not attempt to meet their words. Jeek of the River, captain of the Jorvaskr during the Return, discoverer of the Skyforge, founder of Whiterun, and keeper of the original oath of the Companions, now lost to time. While other crews sought glory and conquest, his was the first to settle and serve as protector for the less war-gifted in the land as they came behind. Merryfuil the Withdrawn. Several hundred years after the death of Ysgramor, the Companions as we now know them were soldiers for hire, little better than mercenaries. Our services could be purchased for the fighting of wars, but the commitment to individual honor meant that often shield brothers would be forced to face each other on the field of battle. The bonds of honor which bind the Companions threatened to break, until Merryfuil, in his wisdom, decreed that we would no longer be party to any war or political conflict of any kind. Because of his steady hand, the Companions today are known as impartial arbiters of honor, in addition to their glories on the battlefield. Sirik the Lofty, the first Harbinger to not be of ancestral Atmoran blood. This was around the time that the Nords began to think of themselves as such, and there were great disputes about purity and the legacy of Ysgramor. Sirik first came to Jorvaskr as a servant, but the Redguard quickly proved his mettle when treated disrespectfully by one of the less honor-bound warriors of the time. Granted the stature of an honorary companion after saving the life of Harbinger Tulvar the Unmentioned, he became known as the most capable of shield brothers in the Hall, with speed and cunning surpassing any of the old Atmoran stock. His time as Harbinger was short-lived, but it is said that his field knowledge of blade work continues to pass to every new companion through their training. Henantier the Outsider, the first elven harbinger. Like Cyric before him, he was initially subject to ridicule when arriving at Jorrvaskr, for this was the time, near the closing of the First Era, when elves were not permitted to be full companions, and few were even allowed to see the inside of the hall. Henantier was humble in the daylight hours, performing any task asked of him. At night, he trained fiercely in the outside yard, allowing himself only minutes of sleep before resuming his servant duties the next day. So he toiled through several harbingers, never resting, never complaining, and always keeping his mind and body sharp. Given his long life, he became trusted by the new companions as the one who helped them learn the ways of honor. When one such pupil had aged into an old man and become harbinger himself, Henantier was the one at his deathbed. With all companions assembled, he named Henantier as his successor, saying, "Even an elf can be born with the heart of a Nord sometimes." There were some number of companions who laid down their weapons that day, but those who remained knew the truth of honor, and it is their legacy we continue to bear. Mackay of the Piercing Eyes. A harbinger known for her great beauty, but any who underestimated her on account of it would never make that mistake again. Was said to have once stared down half an opposing army, then slaughtered the remainder single-handedly. Her disappearance in the 8th year as harbinger has never been explained, though many slanderous lies claim to make accountings for it. Caernil Longnose. After the dark periods in the late Second Era, when a string of false and dishonorable harbingers laid claim to Jorrvaskr, it was Caernil Longnose who gathered the true hearts of the companions in the wilds and stormed Jorrvaskr itself, killing the usurpers and returning honor through blood in the old ways. He began the tradition of trusted advisors called the Circle, after our great Lord Ysgramor's Council of Captains, who would serve as examples to the younger, newer companions. By ensuring that the notions of honor can have an unbroken string of tradition, he steadied the course of the companions and restored our destinies to that of Ysgramor's, pressing ever onwards to Sovngarde.
Yes, love?
Let's rest here.
It's good to be back home.
My sexy wife. Come here.
Keep smiling at me like that, my love, and I'll say yes to anything you ask.
Come with me, I need your help.
It honors me by simply walking at your side.
I like it here.
So what are we doing tonight?
Well, Grelod the Kind. Is she, you know?
Grelod the Kind is dead.
Aha! I knew you could do it. I just knew it. I knew the Dark Brotherhood would save me. Here, just like I promised. This should fetch you a nice price. Thank you. Thank you again. When I grow up, I'm going to be an assassin. That way I can help lots of children just like you. When I grow up, I'm going to be an assassin. That way I can help lots of children just like you. Charity.
No, I want to take my time.
Can I help with it? Maybe just the cure?
This is more delicate work than you're used to.
Hold it there. Keep your distance.
What happened here?
Another girl killed. This is Susanna, from Candlehearth Hall. Served me a drink just a few nights ago, but I can't say I knew her.
Another? This has happened before?
Susanna's the third. It's always the same. Young girl, killed at night, body torn up.
Are the murders being investigated?
We are stretched thin as it is with the war. Nobody has the time to spend on this. Not pleasant, but it's the truth.
Could you use some help?
If you want to help, ask some of these gawkers if they saw anything useful. I'm going to examine the body before the rats can get to it.
This is a shame.
Spare a coin for a...
Did you see what happened here?
No, sorry. But I did notice that her coin purse was still intact, so whoever did this wasn't after gold. I'm going to keep preparing the body, if you'll excuse me.
Codlac Whitemane is in a better place now. Or is there any place
Another
better
one.
than God?
Terrible.
Did you see what happened here?
I heard a scream and came running, but she was already like this when I got here.
Always sad when someone has to die.
Did you see what happened here?
Sorry, I thought I saw a fellow running away, but didn't get a good look at him.
Spare a coin. Talos rewards the generous.
What do you need, Bard?
I've spoken to the witnesses.
Just like always. Nobody saw anything useful. Bastards escaped again.
There might be more to this if you'll let me help.
Look, friend, if you think you can do better than the Legion of Guards, be my guest. You'll need to talk to the steward, though. We can't just let anyone go around claiming to be on official business. If he's willing, then we'll talk.
If you've got some time, stop by my House of Curiosity. I promise you'll see wonder.
There's a lot to learn of Skyrim's history.
I'll be fine.
Master, you're far too old for this sort of journey. We don't know what's inside.
I can... just...
You see, you're not well. Have a seat, and I'll fetch you some tonic.
Now, if there was a tonic that could help me, I would have found it by now. I'm so close to the answer.
I'd like to make an investment in your business.
Oh, yes, good idea. Best to let a professional businessman handle that money for you.
Let's see what you can do with this.
A wise choice, my friend. After all, what would a common adventurer know about the complexities of finance?
What were you arguing about?
Just a man's life work is all. I finally derived the location of the white phial, but this doting busybody won't let me get it.
If you tell me where it is, I can get it for you.
You would do that? It's good to know there are some people out there who are willing to help an old man. It's buried with its maker, Corral Mill, in a long-forsaken cave to the west of here. Corral Mill was a crafty one, even in death. You would need the skills of a master alchemist to reach its resting place. Luckily for you, I've already made the mixture. Here, take it. Please, don't dally. I've wasted enough time arguing with my useless assistant here.
Why is the file so important to you?
I've spent my entire life searching for it. It brought me all the way to these frozen reaches from the warm embrace of Somerset Isle. Entire years spent in libraries, seeking out tiny villages with local legends that contain but a whisper of a hint of the file. I even named my shop after it, hoping that it might attract anyone who had heard of it. And now it's within my grasp. But the eight, it seems, have chosen me for their amusement. For in my current condition, I'll never be able to lay my hands on it.
What is the white phial?
A legendary bottle, forged in the days when Skyrim was just starting its turn to ice. A small container made of the magically infused snow that first fell on the throat of the world. It is said that the phial will replenish whatever fluid is placed inside of it. For an alchemist like myself, it is the most pure expression of my art. To create from nothingness is poetry. Why are you still standing around here? Go get me the phial, you fool!
Heard about you and your honeyed words.
Are you the one sent by Mara?
Yes, what's troubling you?
My parents are being impossible. Bassianus wants to marry me, and I think I love him. But he wants to move to Riften afterwards, and my father won't allow it. He only cares about this stupid town. But Bassianus makes me happier than anyone ever has. My mother's not any help either.
You sound a little confused.
I don't want to choose. They're both so amazing.
Who sods out the swords?
I see no harm in helping them out.
You must be another pilgrim on the way up to High Hrothgar. No other reason to pass through here.
Your daughter asked me to speak to you.
Oh my. Probably something about the men. We all wish we had her problems. I don't tell my husband. But I don't have any problem with Bassianus. Even if it means her leaving Ivarstead, I want Fastred to be happy. If they just snuck out of town together, I could manage my husband.
What would inspire them to leave?
Bassianus is still so terrified of Yofthor. If he knew that I'd keep him from hunting the poor boy down, he'd take Fastred to Riften without a second thought. Let him know that I'll watch out for them. Just want my daughter to be happy. Sure, leave. Everyone else does.
My daughter's driving me crazy. So forgive me if I'm a bit on edge.
Your daughter asked me to speak to you.
I'm sure I know what this is about. She thinks she's in love with Bassianus and wants to leave town. With him. Let me tell you how I see it. Until a few months ago, the girl was head over heels for Clement. Wouldn't stop talking about him. Now, if I thought she was really in love with Bassianus, that would be one thing. But she's a child. It will pass.
Why do you want her to stay so badly?
Look around here. There's not much left. Used to be a good-sized town. The folks have been moving to Riften for a while now. If all the young people leave, what happens to Ivarstead?
You think she'll get over it?
You know how children are. Her fancies change with the moment. And like always, the boy lacks any kind of spine. He'll need some convincing. A little push and this would all be simpler. Just get out of town as fast as you can. Nothing for anyone here.
I can see you shiver from here, love. Stay close.
Welcome to the Villamere Inn. If there's anything I can get you, just let me know.
Is it absolutely necessary for you to bother me right now?
Voti said to talk to you about Fastred.
Oh, my love. How I long to take her away from all of this. Why did Voti send you to me?
She said that you should elope.
I always had a feeling she liked me. More than that brute Yofthor, at least. Yofthor, what about him? He'll come after us and it will be unpleasant.
Voti said she'd handle Jofthor.
She would. If she's willing to deal with him, then everything would be all right. I'll go speak to Fastred, post-haste.
Need something? Yes?
Skyrim is a wild and fierce land. There is beauty here as well, though.
What do you need, my friend?
I have all your items for you.
Items? What items? Let me see those. I'm not sure how you managed it, but these are exactly what I need to start my next set of experiments. Wonderful! Well, at least allow me to reward you for your uncanny foresight. I have to remember. Ward first, then summon.
Things are much better now that Grelod is dead. But still, I'm sick of this place.
Why someone like you want to hang around a place like this?
I'm strong and quick and can do any chore you want. Come on, adopt me, please.
Seems to me the lass can't even decide who to wed herself. I'm sure her parents only want what's best for her. We should check out these said suitors ourselves, see what's what.
Mysterious note.
Why must men live in such...
Come see me in the market if you're looking for the finest custom jewelry in all of Skyrim. Catching fishes themselves, however, they are art.
Here are the fish you were after. I also found your lucky fishing hat.
My hat. Oh, how I've missed it. Thank you. Here, another personal favorite of mine. I want you to have it.
Thanks for the Argonian fishing rod and the coin. I'll put them to good use.
My thanks to you.
Do you think I'm ready for the next fishing challenge?
I need to finish writing down my notes first. Don't you have things to do other than fishing?
I'll check with Freya then.
The mud crab lover? Ha, good luck with that.
Hey, don't look at me that way. Who are you to judge me?
You want to do this the hard way? Fine. You can go to hell. We bloody John.
Well, look what we have here.
Looking for a fight?
Yes.
You don't frighten me. All you're doing is being insufferable. Leave.
Okay. You've talked me into it. Thank you. Here, this is for you.
I hope you haven't arrived here looking for work in the mine.
I'm here for Elgrim's ore sample.
It's about time. I sent them a letter weeks ago. Ah, that Elgrim. He'd forget his own pants if his wife didn't help him dress. Here you go. Tell Half-Yord that she can chip off whatever she thinks is a fair trade for their time.
I'd like to make an investment in your business.
Excellent. I think you'll be glad that you made this decision.
Let's see what you can do with this.
Thank you. I'll be sure to put it to good use.
Tell me about the mine.
Red Belly Mine gets its name from the red mist filling the place. You get used to it after a while. Kind of smells like the hot springs out in the tundra. No idea what's causing it, though.
What's wrong with the mine?
Sure, it's full of spiders. That's what's wrong with it. Almost killed Grogmar and me when they showed up. I'm worried that they'll come out of the mine looking for food soon. Then we're in even bigger trouble.
The town guards can't help you?
Yeah, they're as useless as a fifth wheel on a wagon. Gave me some sort of line about keeping an eye out for enemy soldiers. What's the point in protecting this place if the mine's completely useless? Idiots.
I'll clear them out for you.
Tell you what, keep to your word, and I'll line your pockets with as much as I can scrape up.
Tell me about the spiders infesting the mine.
Moved right in and made themselves at home. Did it overnight. I'm not even sure exactly where they came from. No one's been hurt yet, and they seem to be staying in the mine. But who knows how long that will last. If we can't get back into the mine, our town is sunk.
What's so special about this ore?
Red Belly is supposed to be nothing but an iron mine. Been working it for years. Then, right before the spiders had moved in, we found that chunk of ore. Never seen anything like it. I want to know what I'm dealing with before I start tearing it out of the ground. I don't want to be responsible for sending you to your death. Be careful in the mine.
You have the Jarl's confidence, friend, and so you have mine. We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs to.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
I've cleared the mine of spiders.
Gone? Every one of them? Why, that's incredible. Finally, we can reopen the mine and put Shore's Stone back on the map. Here, please accept this gift as a token of our gratitude. Don't kid yourself. Stone runs in our blood.
You have the Jarl's confidence, friend, and so you have mine.
It's actually quite beautiful here.
Darling.
This note was just delivered to me.
Let me see.
I don't like the look of this. I'm behind you.
Yes, my dragon. With all I am, and yet my heart fucking stops when something comes at us. Every fucking time. Yes, my love?
This note was just delivered to me.
Let me see. I should have known they were going to find out about Grelod.
This is from the Dark Brotherhood?
Matches everything I've heard about them. An Aventus was doing a black sacrament. Who else would have sent it?
Should we be worried?
At least be vigilant. The notice to unsettle you. They'll probably send an agent soon. Hopefully just to talk.
You alright?
About surviving out here.
Aye? What about it?
I'm exhausted.
Aye, we ought to make camp.
Could you set up a campsite?
Sure thing. Aye.
Letter from Kaiden, 23rd 2nd Seed 201. Lyria, saw you've taken to collecting flowers a bit lately. Hard not to notice, given you stop every 5 paces to pick one. Not that I mind watching you while you do. I mean, waiting. I don't mind waiting while you do, is what I meant to say. Right. Anyway, thought maybe I'd try to help you a bit. Hope they're the right kind. Kai. Letter from Kaiden, 31 2nd Seed 201. Dear Lyria, so you've become Thane of the Rift now, eh? I can't say I'd mind visiting here. I always thought the Rift was by far one of the most beautiful places in all of Skyrim. Did you know it's one of the old holds, too? Not to mention, Blackbriar always tastes better purchased right from the meadery. Come on now, don't make that face while you read this. You know I'm just kidding. Mostly. Seriously, though, I know what it's like to be tempted with things that will take you down a path it's a struggle to come back from. So I'm glad you rooted out the skooma trade here. Not because it earned you some fancy title from the Jarl. No, it's deeper than that. It's because you made a life a little bit better for all the small folk that would have suffered had that asshole been allowed to keep running his business unchecked. I just wanted to thank you on behalf of all of them. Kaiden. Fishing Mastery, Volume 2 by Swims in Deep Water. Come rain or shine, the fish will bite. Well, some fish come when it shines, others when it rains. For our next lesson, we will focus on the latter. The fish in this guide come to the surface more often in the rain than temperate parts of Skyrim. Some say they like the rain, or that they're gloomy fish who hate the sun. In truth, they enjoy watching the ripples dance along the surface above them, and want to join in the festivities. Even fish want to enjoy themselves from time to time. For advice on where to fish, refer to the first volume of this illustrious series of guides. The places are the same. The only difference is rain. For a change of pace, try fishing along the White River, east of Whiterun, and follow it south to Lake Ilinalta. Catfish, caught in temperate lakes, large in size, commonly caught, seen in rainy weather. Fish are very large, nosy fish, and it will know them by their whiskers. They can be found in any warm lake in Skyrim large enough to swim freely in. Keep in mind, catfish do not meow like cats, nor will they pick your pockets, so feel free to let your coin purse dangle. Pearlfish, caught in temperate lakes and streams, small in size, uncommonly caught, seen in rainy weather. Pearlfish comes next on the list. They're less common than catfish, and smaller too, but they're adorable little fish all the same. As a side note, a pearlfish has no pearls. Their name comes from the way they gather near clams along the northern shore. Strange, then, that it's not called a clamfish. Pygmy sunfish, caught in temperate lakes, small in size, commonly caught, seen in rainy weather. Small lake fish named after the sun, but seen most often in the rain. I'm not saying the fish is a liar, but if you ever meet the person who named it, they're not to be trusted. They can also be found in the sunny day, but it's as rare as the sun in a storm. Pygmy sunfish are often seen by travelers who stop to enjoy the hot springs in Eastmarch. If you aren't paying attention while you relax, you may be in for a surprise. Spadefish, caught in temperate streams, small in size, uncommonly caught, seen in rainy weather. Spadefish is shaped like a disc with brush-like teeth. Maybe it will give your hook a good cleaning while it bites. It's best to stick to rivers to catch them. I've heard rumors that they love to splash around beneath waterfalls in the Reach. That concludes our guide to fishing in the rain. Keep in mind that these are but 4 of many species you can catch in a rainy day, so be sure to keep at it until you reel in what you desire. If you feel your skill is lacking, do not lose confidence. Fish can tell when you've cast a nervous line. They will tell their entire school what a bad fisher you are and how your bait shakes like a bone trap. Do not give them this satisfaction. Once you have managed to catch the fish in this guide, you've risen to the rank of adept. McMoo's journal. I just knew that when I found that shovel in the ruins of Bethalf last year that it would change my fortunes for the better. I'm frankly shocked some adventurer hadn't come upon it before now, but what luck! It didn't take much time and effort to repair the valve on the heat and coolant canisters in the arm of the shovel, which fueled the steam gout at the end. Apparently the Dwemer utilized digging tools like this with a steam generator built right in, which could hyperheat large rocks in a coolant component that would simultaneously supercool them to crack large boulders and ease in the clearing of tunnels. How ingenious. It also seems as if this shovel were touched by the hand of fate in some way, and everywhere I dig, I managed to find something useful or valuable. Sure, I managed to stumble upon a few undead here and there, but thanks to the steam gout, I made short work of them. Thinking on the nature of fate and good fortune, no sooner had the thought of Hermaeus Mora's Black Library and the wonders it must hold crossed my mind when I came upon another cache of relics exhumed with the shovel, which held some ancient scrolls concerning portal magic and breaching the walls of oblivion, almost as if the shovel were guiding me to exactly what I was thinking about. I quickly began to research and study the scrolls and found a way to open a rift between Nirn and Apocrypha. The portal would be fleeting. It would have to be near a nexus of Mora's influence, and I soon found one on Solstheim, at the site of a large and ancient dragon priest temple which had apparently been taken over by cultists of Hermaeus Mora at some point. I quickly gathered my gear and raised the funds needed to explore this theory in more depth. In my studies between discovery of the scrolls and my arrival at the temple, I discovered a verse which was the key. His name in number must light the way, the number which overwhelming knowledge holds. I began to think back to my magical studies and the powers inherent in numbers, such as the defining number of 8 being that of the divines, and the celestial bodies in the sky. There had to be good fortune in a number as well. I then found that Hermaeus Mora was known by 10 different titles: the Demon of Knowledge, Master of the Tides of Fate, Gardener of Men, Prince of Fate, Lord of Secrets, the Golden Eye, the Abyssal Cephaliarch, Old Antecedent, the Scryer, and the Inevitable Knower. Then the connection to 10 was confined as the number of individual pursuits, and a person of great potential. What better number to associate someone seeking vast knowledge? So following the scroll's guidance, I gathered materials and cast 10 candles of Vardenfell bloat and Dagerheart fat, each inscribed with one of his titles. It was quite a trek to gather all of this, I could tell you, but it will be well worth it. I am such a blasted fool. How could I have been so stupid? The number's not 10, it's 11. I completely forgot the old Buzz-Mary title for Hermaeus Mora of the Woodland Men, and as certain as Secunda shines, the number 11 is the number of vast knowledge. However, I've already begun the ritual, and I've found that the temple here is not fully vacant. It seems that some cult or another has taken up residence, and I'm not going to be able to fight them off if they get here before the ritual's done, and I don't have time to get all the way back to Morrowind for more bloat. Oh, Divines, why do you forsake me so? I'll just press onward. Bottom of one of the longer candles and inscribe it with the final name. It will suffice to open the portal. Yes, it seems it may work. The portal seems a bit unstable, but it's working. I can hear voices in the distance of the temple, and I'm sure these cultists will find me in less than an hour. I best press on. My next entry hopefully will be after I've delved the vastness of knowledge that is Apocrypha. Here goes nothing.
Letter from Ralis Sedaris 4 by Ralis Sedaris. You're needed. Hanging Gardens. A travel guide to the Hanging Gardens of Waste Corridale, written in both Dwemeris and Aldmeris. This book was apparently written in Dwemer and translated to Aldmeris. Only fragments of the Aldmeris is readable, but it may be enough for a scholar of Aldmeris to translate fragments of other Dwemer books. Guide Altmer Estriel led with foot flames for the town centre where lay dead the quadrangular gardens. Ask the fountains and chains and vessels their naming places. Why they did not use solid sound to teach escape from the earth bones, nor nourish them with frozen flames. The word I shall have once written of, this art our lesser cousins speak of when their admirable ignorance. But neither words nor experience cleanses the essence of the strange and terrible ways of defying our ancestors' transient rules. The translation ends with a comment in Dwemer in a different hand, which may be translated as follows. Put down your ardent cutting globes, imbecile. Your Aldmeris has the correct words, but they cannot be properly misinterpreted. Heavy Armor Forging by Sven Two Hammers, a guide to creating heavy armor. Heavy armor must be designed to take a lot of punishment. It will receive direct blows from all sorts of weapons while protecting the wearer. Leather strips are used to make the straps and bindings in all armor. Iron and steel are easy to work. Just heat them up and pound them into shape. The heat of the forge is not that critical. Avoid filing off any of the metal. Always try to conserve the metal and work it back into shape. The iron armor requires a large number of iron ingots. A smith might need a couple of dozen to complete a full set of iron armor. Steel armor primarily uses steel ingots, but some iron is used as well. Dwarven armor is made from dwarven metal. The secret of this material was lost when the dwarves disappeared millennia ago. Now it can only be found as scrap in the ruins of their abandoned cities and fortresses. Orcish armor requires large amounts of orichalcum, melded with a bit of iron. Heat should be used sparingly, lest it become brittle. The orcs are masters of this technique, but it can be learned by any smith with patience and skill. Steel plate mail is made by adding steel to molten corundum. The alloy is stronger than either material by itself. Corundum is a finicky material requiring the heat from the forge to be steady and not very much. Ebony can only be worked when heated. It will develop small cracks that eventually shatter the material if hammered cold. Unlike most other armors, ebony will not alloy with iron. It must be used pure. I can only tell you tales of how to make Daedric armor. I have never seen it myself, nor do I know anyone that has. The stories say that it should always be worked on at night, ideally under a new or full moon and never during an eclipse. A red harvest moon is best. Ebony is the principal material, but at the right moment a Daedra heart must be thrown into the fire. The History of Raven Rock, Volume 1, by Lyron Talena. Forward. Raven Rock is one of the more interesting colonies of Morrowind of the last 2 centuries. So much has happened to this tiny town in such a short amount of time, and so many lives have been affected by it, I felt it necessary to describe its rich history within these volumes. During my research, I lived in Raven Rock for almost 3 years, and I got to know many of my fellow Dunmer who call Raven Rock their home. I hope that my readers will appreciate the amount of fortitude and perseverance that it must take to endure life in such an inhospitable and untamed land. Raven Rock was founded in 3rd Era 427 by the East Empire Company in response to the discovery of a rich ebony mine on the southern edge of the island of Solstheim. The construction of the town took several months, and the mine immediately started yielding ebony ore that the miners shipped to Windhelm in Skyrim. By 3rd Era 432, the town was home to over 30 people, all of whom depended on the mine for their livelihood. At this time, Raven Rock was almost exclusively inhabited by Imperials, and a few Nords who were drawn to the mine's wealth. When the Oblivion Crisis arose in 3rd Era 433, Raven Rock remained largely untouched by Mehrunes Dagon's forces, and work continued as usual. The bulk of the Imperial Guard that was stationed in Raven Rock was recalled to Cyrodiil to fight the invading forces, but a few soldiers remained behind in order to protect the ebony mine from bandits. It's uncertain whether any Oblivion gates ever opened on Solstheim, as there appears to be no record of such an event ever occurring there. In the first year of the Fourth Era, after the destruction of the Aldrune, many of the Dunmer great houses sent out small groups of their own to seek places to re-establish themselves. House Redoran's group was led by Brara Morvain, who immediately struck out for Solstheim. After some quick negotiations with the East Empire Company, and some speculate quite a bit of coin changing hands, Brara's group was allowed to settle in Raven Rock, where they quickly became a part of the mining colony's way of life. The Dunmer proved to be both hard-working and reliable when it came to working in the mines, impressing the East Empire Company and solidifying their relationship. All was going quite well until that fateful day in 4th Era 5, when the Red Mountains suddenly erupted, sending a massive blast across the Sea of Ghosts that struck Solstheim with its full fury. Raven Rock was heavily damaged by this wave of force, which toppled several of its stone structures and obliterated many of the wooden ones. Ironically, the mine once again proved to be the town's saving grace, as most of the population of Raven Rock was working underground at the time and was completely shielded from the blast. This event wasn't without cost, however. Raven Rock was heavily dependent on the nearby Fort Frostmoth for its defense, but the eruption had almost completely wiped it from the face of Solstheim. The few soldiers that survived took up residence in Raven Rock itself and attempted to set up a makeshift garrison there, but these scant few were hardly a match for potential threats to their town. With the East Empire Company's permission, Brara brought in some of House Redoran's elite Redoran Guard to fill the void. The Guard proved to be an ideal replacement for the fallen Imperial soldiers and have been guarding the town ever since.
Sleep well?
What? Where am I? Who are you?
Does it matter? You're warm, dry, and still very much alive. That's more than can be said for old Grelod,
You know about that?
Half of Skyrim knows. Old hag gets butchered in her own orphanage. Things like that tend to get around. Oh, but don't misunderstand. I'm not criticizing. It was a good kill. Old Crone had it coming. And you saved a group of urchins to boot. But there is a slight, problem. You see, that little Aretino boy was looking for the Dark Brotherhood. For me and my associates. Grelod the Kind was, by all rights, a Dark Brotherhood contract. A kill that you stole. A kill you must repay.
You want me to murder someone else? Who?
Well now, funny you should ask. If you turn around, you'll notice my guests. I've collected them from, well, that's not really important. The here and now. That's what matters. You see, there's a contract out on one of them, and that person can't leave this room alive. But, oh, which one? Go on. See if you can figure it out. Make your choice. Make your kill. I just want to observe and admire. I'll cut right to it. You murdered the old woman in the orphanage. You owe the Dark Brotherhood a kill.
I can hear you talking out there. Is this about that raid last week? I told Holgrim there was no honor in killing sleeping men, but he wouldn't listen. It wasn't my fault, I swear.
And you get to walk away.
Would someone pay to have you killed?
What? Oh, God. I don't want to die.
Shh. Don't be afraid. You can tell me.
Okay, well, I guess it's possible. I've been selling my sword arm for years now. Killed a lot of people. Could be someone wanted revenge. But you're not going to kill me, right?
Who are you?
My name is Fulltime. I'm a soldier. Well, mercenary, really. You know, a sellsword. I've lived in Skyrim all my life. That's all. I'm a nobody, really. So, can't you just let me go? What did I do?
Things off of me!
Please, whatever it is, I'm sorry.
Would someone pay to have you killed?
Excuse me? What kind of question is that?
It's all right. Just tell me what I need to know.
I'm a woman living in Skyrim with 6 children and no husband. I don't have the time or the patience to be nice. Do some people look down on me? Have I made some enemies? You're damn right.
Who are you?
None of your damn business who I am. If you're going to kill me, just do it already. Esmara is my witness. If I didn't have this hood on right now, I would spit right in your face. I don't have time for this nonsense.
Whoever this is, clearly we got off on the wrong foot. But no worries. This is not the first time I have been bagged and dragged.
Would someone pay to have you killed?
Me? Are you serious?
Come on, you can tell me. We're all friends here.
The real question is, would someone pay to have me killed again? A day goes by without someone trying to cut me in the street. I get disappointed.
Who are you?
Varsha, at your service. Obtainer of goods, taker of lives, and defiler of daughters. Have you not heard of me? Perhaps I will have my people carve my name in your corpse as a reminder. Tell you what, you release me and I promise my associates will not hunt you down like an animal and butcher you in the street. It is a win-win.
Mortal. The anticipation is killing me. Can you figure out who has the contract? Which one will you choose?
The conniving Khajiit. Cat like that was sure to have enemies. It's no wonder you chose him. When most would speak, you listen. You think. You understand that the only thing that matters is you following my orders. To kill.
So, I'm free to go?
Of course. And you've repaid your debt in full. Here's the key to the shack. But why stop here? I say we take our relationship to the next level. I would like to officially extend to you an invitation to join my family, the Dark Brotherhood. In the southwest reaches of Skyrim, in the Pine Forest, you'll find the entrance to our sanctuary. It's just beneath the road, hidden from view. When questioned by the Black Door, answer with the correct passphrase, "Silence, my brother." Then you're in, and your new life begins. I'll see you at home.
Greetings.
Are you alright? Are you hurt? What happened to you?
The Dark Brotherhood. What happened to you?
They must have slipped me something. I woke up almost a day later with a pounding headache and you were gone. I've been tracking you ever since. I'm sorry.
I met their leader. She wants me to join their ranks.
Aye? Well now.
What do you think?
Well, the last I heard, the Dark Brotherhood was a dying syndicate. But before the Great War, they were the scourge of Tamriel. I won't judge you if this is the path you want to take. Divines know I have no right to. But these people could ask anything of you. And you might not have a choice but to obey.